Hardcore hip hop commentary back in the building once again. And you already know. We got to talk about it. P. Diddy and Mace. We got to talk about it. Okay, as y'all know, at the Grammy Awards, P. Diddy was announced and presented with the Icon Award, of Icon of the Year, right? And he gave a speech, talking about black excellence, talking about how black people got to take their power back as artists, and he was talking about how the Grammys is unfair to black people and how they are a non-profit organization that's supposed to work for us, or work for the people, rather. And they aren't. And now he's stepping up and saying he's a man who's for the artists. Well, Mace wasn't having that. Mace was like, nah, bro, I'm not going to sit back and let you talk that bull crap in this speech about how you for the artists and about how you for helping blacks and black excellence this and black excellence that. He was like, how you going to say that when basically you be slaving all your artists? That's basically what he was saying. He mentioned that that Puffy done had this publishing for about 25 years. Puffy bought it for $25K, right? And didn't want to sell it back to him. But he going around talking about black excellence and blacks gotta stick together, talking all that gangster, that gangster fly music shit. But his actions ain't meeting his words, basically. See? Puffy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him, he's getting all of this praise because he has been elevated within the Freemasonry ranks. This is what y'all don't know, and this is what I'm hipping y'all to. Okay? Look at this picture of him and Biggie. Biggie has on all black, he has on all white. This is polarity. This is like the checkerboard. That's why the Freemasons love the checkerboard. It's black and white. And this picture is for them. This is for the elites. They understand exactly what this picture represents. It represents the polarities within Freemasonry. Now, Puffy, I'm sure was well aware of what was going on with these color schemes, but I'm not too sure about if Biggie was. I don't think Biggie was being led into the Freemasonic order at that time. I think they was probably grooming him for it, but he wasn't in it yet. Same thing with Mace. You see the same things again, the polarity. Everywhere that Mace has on black, Diddy has it in white. And everywhere that Mace has in white, Diddy has it in black. It's polarity again. And again, I don't think that Mace knew. I think he was just going along with what Puffy and their stylist told them to put on. But I'm 100% sure P. Diddy knew exactly what this picture meant. And the people who are in the Masonic order on the levels that P. Diddy is on knew exactly what this picture meant too. I'm just showing you again to show you that this is all real. They do the polarity. It's not a coincidence he had Biggie in all black and him in all white, and had Mace in all black and him in all white. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and read to you what Mace actually said. And he sent it to Diddy. He said, I heard your Grammy speech about how you are now for the artist and about how the artist must take back control. So I will be the first to take the initiative. Also, before we ask of other ethnicities to do us right, we should do us as black people better, especially the creators. I heard you loud and clear when you said that you are now for the artist, and to that my response is, if you want to see change, you can make a change today by starting with yourself. Your past business practices knowingly has continued purposely starve your artists and been extremely unfair to the very same artists that helped you obtain that Icon Award on the iconic Bad Boy label. For example, you still got my publishing from 24 years ago, in which you gave me $20K, which makes me never want to work with you as any artist wouldn't, after you know someone is robbing you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model. However, people would always ask, what's up with Mace? So I would be forced to still perform, to not look crazy when I was getting peanuts. And the robbery would continue. So many great moments and people's lives and music were lost. But again, I rode with you in the face of death without flinching, and you still wouldn't do right. I never said anything because I wanted to wait until I was financially great so I could ensure that I was addressing this from a pure place and not out of spite. To add insult, you keep screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free. So I offered you $2 million in cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing as his biggest artist alive, that always show respect for you giving me an opportunity at 19 years old. Your response was, if I can match what the European guy offered him, that would be the only way I could get it back. Or else I can wait until I'm 50 years old and it will revert back to me from when I was 19 years old. You bought it for $20K and I offered you $2 million in cash. This is not black excellence at all. When our own race is enslaving us, if it's about us owning, it can't be about us owning each other. No more hiding behind love. You change. Give the artist back their money. Okay? So you hear exactly what Mace had to say about all of this. And it's sad. And remember, I did a video on this. If y'all go back and watch my videos, I did a video going back showing all of the people that worked under Diddy and where they are now. None of them are shining. Because what? They were all sacrifices in order to instill his position in a Freemasonic order. Are y'all starting to get the picture? He was showing them that he can be a good Uncle Tom. He's showing the Boule that he can be a good watchdog. You know, he can be a good overseer. He knows how to do the slave. And the slaves keep coming to him for opportunities. And now, just recently, Meek Mill was on Twitter. And Meek Mill was talking about the same thing. Talking about, you know, how... Well, let me read it for you. He said, what's up with all these different race men got all these young black kids in slave contracts in the music business? Come get with us. You need help fixing your situation? Hashtag DC. Hashtag Rock Nation. It's literally stealing now. We found something we can't get. We found something we can get rich off. So basically, Meek is trying to tell you that at Rock Nation, they not robbing their artists. That's the narrative they are putting out there. Now, I'm telling y'all this. Puffy was the center of the Rock Nation brunch. And it's not even Puffy's company. It's Jay-Z's company. Right? But Puffy is higher. He's higher up in the Freemasonic chain. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kanye West was Jay-Z's protege when he was trying to bring him up in the Freemason game. And what I'm seeing is Diddy is Jay-Z's higher up. So Jay-Z is like an apprentice underneath Diddy. And since Diddy's getting elevated, Jay-Z is being brought closer to Diddy. You see, they're shining together. You know, hence Complex, hence Tidal. You see what I'm saying? They're working together. So, but what I'm looking at is, what does he mean by, you know, if they treat it like slaves, what is he saying? And I put the freedom shirt up there because he's trying to insinuate that Rock Nation is freedom. And the only way I can see Rock Nation being freedom is through get out of jail free card. Because I know y'all all heard the CEO of Rock Nation, Miss Desiree Perez, is a federal informant. Right? That's right. She's a federal informant for the FBI. She's an individual that back in the days, back in the 90s, got caught with 35 kilos. Did y'all hear that? 35 kilos. And in order to avoid a hefty jail sentence, she cooperated with the feds and helped lock up a bunch of Colombians. That's what she did. So maybe that's the freedom that Meek is talking about. Because if you ask me, I think Rock Nation is run by the feds. I really do. I mean, y'all seen the recent thing with Jim Jones? He was all on wiretaps, basically telling people to be violated, you know, super violated, you know, basically giving orders in gang language. Nothing's happened to him. And where is his home? His home is Rock Nation. I mean, Biggs, the dude Biggs that used to work with Dame Dash and Jay-Z. You know, it was alleged by Choke No Joke that Biggs got picked up at the airport out of the country with a lot of marijuana on him, and mysteriously, you know, nothing big came out of that case. You know, it was like brushed away. And he's right there along at Rock Nation too. It seems like, and then you got Meek Mill. Meek Mill was locked up for a little while. And when he came out, he got the presidential treatment. He going to games flying in helicopters. I mean, are y'all seeing where I'm going with this? So it's like, you know, I guess, you know, you get the good life when you working with them boys. You working with them boys. Okay, let's move on. This is a picture of Jay-Z and Diddy. And what I'm telling you is Jay-Z is the apprentice underneath Diddy. Now right here they got their hands over their mouth. That's Masonic symbolism. For I will never talk. I can keep a secret. That's what they're saying. They got something big going on. They're not letting anybody know about. That's not part of their plan. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run a clip from the brunch. You know, because what I do is I like to analyze. And when I was analyzing this footage, I was looking at their demeanors. I was looking at Jay-Z's demeanor. He looked at like he was zombied or comatose. His eyes didn't look right. You know, I knew that you could tell from the footage. They knew that where the camera was angled at, and they were purposely trying not to look at the camera. But they just, you know, something funny. It was just something funny about their eyes. You know, Jay-Z looked like he was doped up off of oxys or something, or Xannies or something. And your boy Diddy looked like he was like he off Adderall and Coke, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Look at his eyes. His eyes is all big and bug-eyed. And remember, this is Jay-Z's thing, but Diddy's doing all of the talking. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is just being in compliance. You know, like he's the good little slave boy underneath Diddy. I'm running for this man.
Yes. It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence. Right here.
Now you see what I'm talking about? You see how they looked? It looked weird, didn't it? And I'm telling you, even though this was a Rock Nation brunch, Diddy seemed to be the center of attention, right? And I'm telling you, it's because he's been elevated to a higher level within the Freemason ranks. He is officially a Boule member now. Oh yeah, he's reached that 33rd degree. He's up there. You know, and so you're going to see a lot of more things going on around Diddy. You know, where they're celebrating and throwing ceremonies and bigging him up. And I'm telling you, to get where he's at, he's sacrificed a lot. He sacrificed the careers of his artists. He might have sacrificed his ex-wife, Kim Porter. You know? He might have sacrificed Biggie. You know? Things keep piling up, you know? There's a lot of mysteries around him. Just do some research on him. You come to the same conclusion I'm coming to. But, again, what I'm telling y'all is, this is bigger than hip-hop. Okay? Don't get it twisted. This is bigger than hip-hop. And it's all about control. They want total control of the culture through the culture influencers. If you are nationally or internationally influential, groups like the Boule have to have you on their leash. This is their motto. And you can see right here from this picture that LeBron James is so proud to be a member that he got the emblem tatted on his chest. And then read what he wrote in an article when he was being interviewed one day. He said, Saturday, I took Pilates classes, yoga classes, swimming at the auditoriums back home. I can't tell you exactly where it was at. It's a secret place. We hold a secret society over there. We don't tell too many people. Okay? Y'all know exactly what that means. Y'all know exactly what it is. It's bigger than hip hop. Now they flaunting it in our faces. They don't even care no more. They really don't even care no more. They're showing you. They're flexing their power. They flexing on you. Because they know you can't do nothing. And they know that they are so influential that you want to be a part. You want to join in too. You're willing to sell your soul. You're willing to make sacrifices to get a piece of whatever you think they're getting. It's 2020, y'all. We got to use our 2020 vision. We got to see everything clearly for what everything clearly is. And I'm sorry to tell you, the entertainment field, sports, politics, education, all being controlled by a small group of people that love to throw up diamonds. And with that being said, I'm out.